Hello, thanks for dropping in. I just moved another machine in here. And yes, it's a SuperPET, and yes, it needs some cleaning. But I thought we'd have a little look inside. I thought, so just give me a moment to come around, and we'll take a peek. Hello. All right, so I have not plugged this machine in. Oh dear. I just realized I might have a little lighting issue here. I need to shuffle things a bit because the cord on this light is kind of short. And it was over the back of the PET. So if I opened it, SuperPET, it might knock the light down. Lighting is all very important. You want to have it lit, but you don't want to have it a mess. So I put a light up above so it shines down. If I left the back window curtain open and it's way too bright, you get a nasty reflection. Anyway, once again, this is all kind of TV and movie stuff. Take your frame, pick what you want in it, light it, then shoot. So here is this SuperPET. Now, this one, come on there. This one, there we go. Open, put the hood there. This is an early one. It is, I'm just trying to look, serial number 1574, which, you know, it's not like number 1 or anything, but it's pretty early. And also you can tell that it's early because, I'm just going to get another light on here, because inside there's the main board, which is the lower board, and then there are 2 boards above it. Not 1, but 2. And I think, but I don't know for sure, the story behind the 2 boards, meaning 3 boards altogether, is that when they first were getting this together, they really didn't have a RAM board and didn't have enough room on the board for RAM. And so they either made one or got somebody else's RAM board and incorporated it into the SuperPET, I believe. I could be wrong. Maybe somebody out there knows. Anyway, eventually, these 2 circuit boards were brought together as one. And of course, right here, and this is not the best installation method, there's duct tape on the switches. And those are the switches that control whether you're in 6502 or 6809 mode. Oh, there's some tape here. Looks like it has the original screws that would shut the machine, or put the machine shut. The machine is in need of a good face wash, as my grandmother would say. I believe where it lived most of its life, there was also some woodworking going on. So there's dust and such. But it's all there. For those that do not know the SuperPET very well, it really is 2 machines in one that could do all these different languages. And the only connection there is between the 2 separate machines is there's this cable, like an umbilical cord, that runs to the PET board. And it goes in the 6502 socket. The 6502 chip goes upstairs to the middle board, I believe it is. Yes, the middle board on this one, the upper board on the other model. And it sits there. And then the switches on the side let you decide which mode you're going in. So really, any 8032 with this board could be a SuperPET. It may not say SuperPET on the front, but it could be. The other thing, from what I know of all this, the best thing to do if you are going to get a SuperPET or convert your 8032 is to get one of the SD memory card readers that act like a disk drive. Because somewhere online, all of the languages can be found. Because when you switch over to 6809 mode, it gives you options for languages. But they're not there. They have to load off of disk, and I think it was typically an 8250 disk. And of course, if you don't have an 8250 and you don't have the disks, the machine will look at you and smile and say, hello, I'm ready. But if you do get one of the SD card disk drive emulator things, you can download. Now, keep in mind, I have not done this, but I think I got one, a 1541 thing. I haven't used it yet. I will, but I haven't. But I think what you can do is then download on your laptop, PC, something or other, and then copy it over to the SD card, and then the machine, after you put the SD card into the emulator thing, it will look at it like a disk drive, and it will take care of it. That is what I think. Have I done it? No. Have I meant to do it? Yes. Yes, I have. But I have not. Anyway, so this here is the 19th pet to come into the room here. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it at this moment. I did notice in my last video that I could certainly fill the frame better. And my location could be better. That's why I'm here. Right here. Closer. Closer indeed. But also, yeah, like the pets on this wall, I'm going to turn them a bit so they're kind of filling the frame better. When the final picture is done, I'm sure I'll have some more stuff here, and I'll probably have another table across here with other stuff on it. Maybe, possibly. Anyway, so I'll be sort of surrounded. If you ever seen the December 1984 T-Pug magazine cover, my brother and I are on it, and we were in the old Bradley Brothers bulletin board system room that was at my grandmother's house, and it was, as we were figuring out the picture and stuff, and we were there, of course, and the stuff was there, there was an emptiness in front of us. So what we ended up doing was taking the, it was like a TV holder thing that used to be when TVs were kind of square or rectangle, but, you know, not massive. And you could have it off the floor. And there was usually a shelf below. So we put that there and stuck some other things in front of it to fill the frame. If you're into photography, you know. If you're not into photography, take note. These are vital things and can change an average picture into something wonderful. Also, what can change an average picture into something wonderful is changing the angle at which you, higher, lower, to the side. Oftentimes, like this, I'm shooting lower than what I did with the other thing. I'm also much closer, along with my friend, the SuperPET. So, anyway, the thing about photography and videography and everything is take a good frame, fill it nicely, light it nicely. Oh, another thing I noticed in my last thing is I have some lights over in the back corner. One of them definitely will not be on, and others certainly will be re-aimed. And a third one was not on. There was another light I had over yonder that was supposed to light up the t-shirts and light up the bricks. I forgot to turn it on. And I forgot to turn it on now too. Anyway, it's all about practice and learning, and also being open to constructive criticism from others. So, anyway, here is a pet. It's a SuperPET. It's got some sawdust, but, you know, a magic eraser should revive it nicely. The front sticker is quite nice. It is now, let me look over here, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it is the 5th machine I have in here that is marked as SuperPET, but it is the only one that is in its original form with the SuperPET board in there. And why is that? Well, sometimes when I got them, they didn't have the board. And I have sold some to people who either had SuperPETs with no board or had a SuperPET board that was broken or something, so that they too could rejoice in the world of SuperPET. And the various languages and such. I have never, ever, it's funny, I was at TPUG when they did OS 9 for the SuperPET, which was a big deal, they say. I've never seen what it looked like. I've never seen anything to do with it. I think it was mostly software. It's another language, but there might have been some hardware, and I suspect those OS 9 things, I don't know how many were made, were very rare, incredibly rare. And maybe somebody out there has one. I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, here is a 3-board SuperPET that needs some tender, loving care. And also some testing. What I did also find, before I forget about the SuperPETs, I may have said this before, I probably did. Oftentimes, the PET itself doesn't come to life, but the SuperPET does. So I have not done really anything much with this to see what's what. Not yet. Because I'm not tinkering, I'm gathering, I'm hunting, I'm searching, and I'm finding. So this is machine number 19 of I'm not sure how many. Anyway, thanks for coming. I will continue to gather, collect. Well, no, I'm trying not to collect anymore, because as I've said, it's time to share and sell some. I'm going to keep something. I don't know what. And then, of course, there's disk drives, etc., etc., etc. But, yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Thanks again. Stay tuned. Many more videos to come. And when I get the room assembled, I will do the long-awaited video about the movie Hide and Seek, which was made by CBC in, I believe it was 1983. And I was a big part of it, although I was not seen. But the funny thing is, my brother was an extra on the production, but when it came to the classroom scene, he didn't really pick a great spot to sit. So the only time I remember him being seen, and I'll point this out when I talk about the video, was there was a time when they were all leaving the classroom. I think it's the scene where they announced that how tragically the teacher has passed away in the night, I think. Anyway, enough. Thank you for coming. Until we meet again, keep your stick on the ice. And what else is red? Red green says something else. Something about if the women don't find you handsome, hopefully they find you handy. Something of that nature. Anyway, so